So I appreciate you ladies jumping on, my lovely two ladies in the afternoon. So I love that you're here. On the first call, we talked a lot about NLC, and Kelly did end up going to NLC. So it will be really cool for you, Brooke, to hear her biggest takeaways. So I'm actually just going to call on you right now, if you don't mind, and then I can chime in when you're done. But do you mind just talking about your biggest takeaways, your biggest nuggets on NLC?
Yeah, it was so good. I really felt like I got something out of every single speaker. The one that personally impacted me the most, I think, was when Melanie Mitro was talking about time management, because I feel I could completely relate to everything she was saying about feeling like I'm living with my phone in my hand, and like that if somebody messages me, I feel like I have to get back to them right away, or they're gonna like go with someone else. And it kind of started bleeding into my personal life. And in the evenings, like my husband and I would put our kids down to bed and we'd go to watch a show, and then he'd look over at me and I'm on my phone again, texting someone or, messaging. And I was starting to feel like it was suffocating with not setting business hours. Like I was just making myself available all the time. And so when she said that, I felt like it gave me permission to say, like, here's the hours I'm going to work. And when those hours are over, I'm good enough that you're going to wait for me to get back to you. Like I have some value too. And so I talked a lot with my husband last night about this, and we're going to set up the Google Calendar and sync it on our phones. And I think I'm going to be a better mom and a better person by and I think I'm going to be more effective with my time. It's amazing how quickly you can waste your time when you're scrolling Facebook and doing things, so sort of like setting myself a clock from 1 to 2 p.m. every day. I'm going to get my girls settled with some activity, and then I'm going to spend 1 hour just really focusing on my business. And the other thing that I took away too was something that's happened to me last year. I had all this momentum going and I was building this really strong team. And then I felt like I got to a point where I was spending more time managing my team and less time building a new group. And that's where I saw my elite ranking take a nosedive this year, because I haven't figured out a good balance. So I'm going to go back to the 80-20, 80% of the time building new people and really working with those new coaches, and then 20% of the time devoting to my team, because I'm pretty sure it was about 90-10 in the other direction.
Oh, wow.
And the results of my elite report show that. So I already have improved in February from January, and I feel like I have a better grasp on my business now, again, kind of moving forward.
I love that. And what about the relationships that you built there?
I feel like they're my new best friends. So Kelly Burnham and I think we're going to work together maybe as success partners, which is really cool. Well, the cool thing is they both, Kelly now lives in San Diego, but she was here for 9 years. So, and the other coach lives 30 minutes from me on a different team. So it's really fun to feel like you can put faces to names, and it was awesome. It was really good. Just everything about it. I took so much away. I really enjoyed listening to Ashley Smith and seeing how she just, was at the New Leader Conference last year and then ended as a top 10 coach. I think that's really inspiring. You're never too new, I think, because I've always kind of felt like, well, I've only been doing this 18 months. I don't really know what I'm doing. But to hear her say that in 1 year she built her business at that level, doesn't give me an excuse to not work at that high of a level.
And she's 6 months pregnant.
Wow. Yeah.
I put that one out there too. I know. I'm like, yeah.
That's impressive.
Totally. I love that. Well, Brooke, do you want to ask Kelly any questions on your conference?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I was thinking about it all weekend. Just so sad that I couldn't have been there. I guess just paint a picture for me, what it was like, just, what they talked about. I know you said there were different speakers talking about time management, all that stuff. What were your biggest takeaways besides that?
Well, the three main speakers were Melanie Mitro, who's just, I really like her style because she's not fluffy, I guess. She just gets right to the point. She even said, put on your seatbelt, buckle up, we're just going to move. And I really like that style. Yeah. A lot of good tips. I can have shared those with you. And then Ashley Smith was really good. She shared about just kind of like giving her team, she gave a really cool document. I'm wanting to know if we can get an electronic copy of that, because she gave it to us and I could make copies of it, but it says Sunday on it. So like if she could actually like post it somewhere where we could change the dates, because it's kind of a form to give to your team. Because I know for some of my people on my team, they're, you know, what does a power hour look like for you? What are beyond the vital behaviors, what are the day-to-day activities that you're doing to make yourself successful? And the document she gave was really helpful. It was like checking in with your Instagram followers, you know, really listing out everything. And I mean, if you fill this out, there's no way you're skipping any steps, which I really, really like. It's probably a lot for a new coach, but if you have a coach that's kind of, you know, feeling more comfortable, it's a great document to hand them and say, fill this out every week. And the other thing I really liked, that Melanie, I think it was, that said she makes people earn their calls with her. So like if a coach wants to get on the phone, she's not like, yeah, let's hop on. She says, fill out the activity tracker. I want to watch your posts for a week and I want to kind of see what you're doing. And then I will get on a call with you. And that really saves your time, because how many times have we gotten on a call with people, taken 30 minutes or an hour, and then all of a sudden you never hear from them again. You know, they've quit coaching or they've kind of dropped off. And so that just makes, I don't know, I liked that idea. Who was it, Brittany, that said that they don't do, was it Micah? She doesn't do one-on-one calls. So she only does group calls for new coaches. I've thought about that too. I mean, my coach numbers actually have been lower this year than last year, so it would have probably been more helpful last year. This year, I'm at a more manageable number right now. But her idea was kind of that every like 2 weeks, you take all your new coaches and put them into a Zoom call together. Again, a good time management, you know. Oh, there's Kelly.
Kelly B.
Yay. Hi.
Kelly, to go off of what you were saying, I think I have something similar in my team page. I got it from Mindy Wender 2 years ago. It's like a checklist to 100K list, and it goes through like literally what you should be doing to grow your business. And it's like you said, a huge checklist, and it'd probably be kind of overwhelming for a new coach, but for a lot of my leaders and people who really want to go far with their business, who don't get overwhelmed, I've been giving that list to them, and it's in my team page. And a lot of them have had fun like checking off what they currently do, and they were really excited to see that they've been doing a lot of the things. So if you guys want me to post that, I can.
I would love that. I really liked that document from Ashley. I just like being able to give the coaches something that says like, here's what you need to be doing every day. And also, I don't know if you guys do it, but a live power hour. I do that in my Coach Basics training every Saturday. My leaders and I just take turns on Saturday morning hosting a live power hour. So that's another idea.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
For a while, I didn't do GSR calls like right after having Easton, because I think I was getting butthurt when people wouldn't, do anything afterwards. But then I was like, I need to like put my ego to the side, and I do one-on-one calls with the people who set up the GSR call with me. So I have it in my new coach checklist, like set this call up with me. I have a 5-day action step group with people. And at the end of it, I say, get a hold of your upline, get a hold of me if I'm your upline, and set up a GSR call. So if they set up a GSR call with me, then I know they're serious. So that kind of helps me.
So I will reach out though to Sandy and see if I can get that sheet that you're talking about, that Melanie. Will you just take a picture with your phone, message it to me so I know exactly what one you're talking about?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Ashley Smith. That'd be awesome.
The day you get paid. Okay, that's kind of old school. Like I don't actually get a check for that. It's for my cell phone bill. Okay. Anyways, it's a happy day. So if you'll do that, I'll just send it over to Sandy and see what I can get. But I love that. Kelly B, are you there? I see the ceiling. Oh, there you are, girl. I muted you. I'll unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay. Hi. I just popped on, so
yeah.
I'm good. I'm in the middle of kind of working my Beachbody and my real job, so I'm taking a little break here at Coffee Bean.
Hey, you're great. Do you mind taking just 2 minutes and sharing with us what your greatest takeaway at NLC was, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I think for me it was goal setting and having like a set plan in action, because I feel like this whole time that I've been a coach, it's been such an awesome journey, and it's so fun sharing everything with people and helping others. But I feel like I'm just like in this panic mode of like, I'm so anxious because I feel like I never can get my to-do list done with being, a mom of two and working part-time and Beachbody. So I think the biggest thing for me was a mix of Melanie's, having like that monthly calendar. And that is something that I just need to share with my team and help them implement as well, because that's the biggest thing I think for my whole team is a lot of them are working moms. Some are obviously stay-at-home moms too, but it's so hard to, just find the time or, I just kind of go about my business. I don't think I set enough time aside to plan out like when I'm going to start doing my posts, when I need to check in with people. I just kind of fly with the seat of my pants, and it's been working, but it's like so stressful. And now that my team's growing and I feel like I need to be that leader and step up and say, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is what's helped me. So I love having that marketing calendar from Melanie. And then also from Ashley Smith, she pretty much said you can't, you have to have really distinct goals in order to accomplish them. And you can say like, yeah, I want to be elite and 5-star, but it's like, you need to know what you need to do on a daily basis to get there, and, share your journey in a more natural way and just make it your journal, like you said. So yeah, I would have to look at my notes. I haven't even had time to like recreate a thing for my team yet, which I want to do because I've taken so many pictures of the PowerPoints that they had up there, and just kind of make my own PowerPoint for my team. But yeah, I loved it. It was, even though I had to cut it short, it was still amazing.
Oh yeah, you went to the wedding. Was the wedding good?
Yeah, it was really good. I missed the ceremony, but I was there for the reception. So.
Oh, you did? Okay. Gotcha. No worries. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Everybody's experience has been such a great experience, and it's been so different. It's whatever really spoke to you. I'll go over a couple last things, and then I just have one question for you ladies. I had 4 NLC attendees on our first call this morning. And so I'm going to post that recording. So definitely do chime into that. So you can kind of get a piece of, little nuggets. But I would say the most important thing at this point is to take it back to your team, to really share the information for you guys to see, really the importance of this event. This is probably hands down the best event. Actually, it is, because you're all on the same playing field. There's no, I don't want to say there's egos, but there's just such a hunger to learn and to really get to know each other. And so it's such a raw opportunity to really see what is possible with Beachbody. And I love that. Just a couple of things to kind of go off of my notes, and I literally took notes after notes after notes after notes on our cute little notepads. But Melanie, of course, her marketing plan is amazing. Her key thing, and we all know this, failing to plan is planning to fail. And so you have to have a plan, and you need to know how to transition your coaches and your customers from month to month. This works perfectly with Team Cup right now. You have 2 days to really decide where you're going to take these new challengers, these new coaches to this next month. What are you going to do? And so literally she strives so well with her business because she literally has a game plan where they're going for at least the next 90 days. But then also, if you're trying to find your niche, like look at yourself, look at where you're struggling, create a challenge group around that. I have a lot of coaches that are wanting to put more devotionals into their challenge group. So they're creating a challenge group with an actual devotional or, something involved that's going to make them a better person. Also on that, obviously set aside time in your planner to plan. That's kind of but we don't do it. And then accountability is measuring your progress. Just a reminder, accountability to yourself, that's the most important. And if you've read the one thing, it says that's what you have to have accountability to yourself, or actually it's the 12-week year, excuse me, but you have to hold yourself personally accountable. That's the only way you'll strive and hit your goals. And then she literally says, wash, rinse, repeat every month, regardless of the results. I love that because we're so easy to turn our business to the next thing if it's not working, but you don't know. Like literally give yourself a great 90 days and really decide if that is so. Building residual income, I did post the residual income tool in our page, and so you can plug that in. It is an Excel spreadsheet, so literally plug it in for you and your coaches and really understand that. But it was great to hear about residual income and your freedom number. Your freedom number is obviously how much it would take for you to live a life without having to work, meaning what are you going to build your residual income to so that you're earning that so you don't have to stress and you're living, your life by design. Let's go to Micah. Love Miss Micah. Hers was all about team culture. Obviously, we know team culture is huge, and it doesn't matter what rank you're at. You need to build a strong team culture. But I love, Kelly, that you were talking also about time management, because you can get so sucked into your team that literally you're not continuing to add to your team. So I love that you notice that, and you're like, okay, now time to reverse that. As soon as you do, your coaches will do the same thing. That's the beautiful thing about that. Personal development. I love that she hit on this. Yes, personal development is incredible and it's a must, but you need to make sure you're being intentional with your personal development, meaning focusing on what you need, what skills you want to enhance, where you're having struggles. Like make sure your personal development is chimed towards you and where you're at. Close contact with her coaches, obviously, but like Kelly has said that literally she does not do GSR. She realized it was a waste of her time, and so she does a monthly call, and then she really, allows them to, to see where they're engaged, where they're going to put their effort, meet them where they're at. I love that she said this: dream big, but act small. Don't paralyze your coaches, so give them big, listen to their big dreams, but then what is it, the small actions that they can do today to progress and grow forward? Build deeper relationships, and let's just see if there's anything else that I want to go over. I guess the last one I'll just go over real quick is Ashley Smith and her goal setting. You both said that. It was crazy to see the amount of people that actually set goals but don't write them down. And we know, in this world, if you don't write them down, you're not going to put them into action. What's interesting is the guy that I am dating does not write down his goals, but yet he hits them. And he's like, I should probably do that. I'm like, oh my gosh, do you imagine what you could do? I mean, he has a vision board and he accomplishes everything on his vision board, but he's like, you know what, Britt, I've never actually written down my goals. And I was shocked. I was like, really? But a lot of people don't, and so really that's a way for you to put it into action and make it actually happen. And then you have to find the joy within the goal when it comes to goal setting. You use your vision and mission to create your goals. And then I love this. What is your 5-year vision and what is your mission statement? That's deep. Literally that takes some time and takes some work. So I'm going to challenge you ladies to make sure that you answer that question. What is your 5-year vision and what is your mission statement? And your mission statement should really bring you to tears. It should bring a warm, soft spot in your heart. That is you. And let's just go. Oh, and then Darren O'Lean, of course, on Shakeology. I had a lot of coaches talk about that one in the earlier call, and how, I wrote this down, so I'll share this. But he says, Shakeology, as far as that goes, it is the delivery system of some of the greatest botanicals in the world. That is the definition of Shakeology, which I thought was deep. But it really comes down to your personal relationship with Shakeology. What has it done for you? And getting your coaches, your challengers to share theirs. Now, obviously, it is not proven. You can't say proven, but this is what it's done for me per se. But just be very careful with the claims on Shakeology. And then I guess I just want to go into my last little bit. I know I talked a little fast, but this last part is important, and that's why I did so. But Jeff Hill asked us to each write a word that best described us and what we, yes. and to write it on our hand. And basically it is our one word that defines us and what your vision is for the year. So Kelly S. has hers on her hand. So do you mind sharing what yours was?
Mine was dream. And I was like scrubbing it in the shower, but since it was with Sharpie, like I can't get it all the way off. But I put dream just because this business has allowed me to really like dream in my future, which I never really did before. I mean, my husband's a vice principal, so we know the maximum salary he can ever get. I'm a teacher, so I know the maximum salary no matter how hard I work. And so it's fun to be able to think of a future that is dreaming as big as I want, and then just dreaming, like helping other women, you know, see that potential to dream as big as they want, whether it's about their physical appearance or, you know, their emotional stability or their family's future or whatever.
I love that. It's a beautiful one. What about you, Kelly B?
So I wasn't there for it, or for that part when they had that activity, but I saw everyone post about it. So I was like, oh, I need to figure out what my word is. And right away it came to me last night, and I did a post on it on my Coach Opportunity post last night, and it's purpose. And I think for me, I'm 34 years old. I have 2 little boys, and I've always had, you know, decent sales jobs in pharmaceutical, medical sales. So, you know, I've enjoyed that industry and it's been great, but I've never felt 100% fulfilled. And, you know, I just kind of went and did like check the box every day, did my calls, and it was fun being recognized if I was ever, you know, a leader in the spotlight. But it's like, this isn't fun. This isn't like my purpose. So I think with coaching, what's really pushed me to keep doing this is, you know, I feel like it's truly my purpose. Like I feel like I'm living life with more purpose, and not only, you know, for my family, for my kids, but for my friends and other women out there, because that's obviously a lot of us, it's our niche, right? Women that are busy and that have kids. And I think I feel like I just have more purpose in this world. And it's, you know, I think it's just this fire in me that is like, oh my gosh, it's so different living and, you know, working with your, you know, with having more of a purpose and feeling like you're truly helping people's lives. So, you know, you can't really get anything better than that, than what we do. So I would say purpose.
It's a great one. I love it. Okay. What about you, Brooke? What would your word be?
I just wrote it down, actually. It would be belief. I just watched a Bonnie Engel video a couple of nights ago that was really inspiring, and it went along with what I've always felt for the longest time, and it really hit home. I can't remember when I thought of this, but it was probably like a year ago, and I was like, seriously, if you don't have belief in yourself or belief in the products or belief in the coaching opportunity, what are we doing, you know? And that was the center of Bonnie's video, was just like belief and not doubting yourself. And I find that when coaches dive into personal development and when they have their wins, they really start to have belief in what they can do. I've had a girl go from starting the challenge group and coaching a few months ago to now wanting to quit her full-time job because she has belief in what this is. And so just knowing my belief in the products and my belief and seeing what everyone can make of this, that's my word this year and always, I guess.
I love that. So mine's love. For some reason, I love what I do. I love my coaches. I love every single one of you girls. And it creates a deep passion in really my day-to-day life. And so I want to build more relationships in my personal life and my work life. And I really think that all comes down to love. So that's my word. But yeah, ladies, this was a good call. I love it.
Yeah. Nice recap. Thanks.
Right? Now just take it to your teams. Brooke, what you learned today, take it to your teams. I'm putting a lot on the Beachbody Champs page. I do have that page this week. And so I have coaches going live in there. There's so much great content. So make sure you jump over there, have your coaches go over there and look at it. But I will just say, share this with your team. Also, wrap up Team Cup month. You have today and tomorrow, and then it's March. And so we will obviously talk in 2 weeks, but if you need anything at all, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'm in the office for the next 3 weeks, which is sweet baby Jesus. I'm so excited. I'm always gone. So that's really, really good. But let me know what you need. I'm always here for you, but I appreciate you ladies jumping on today, and you have an amazing evening, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.